Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Rachel, exciting news broke today. We do have an exciting, awesome fight for the big September 15th weekend, will be Saturday this year, September 14th. We got the Lineal heavyweight champion Tyson Fury in Las Vegas fighting Otto Wallin.
Hey, I like his name.
Yeah, he's got a cool name.
Otto Wallin.
Got an undefeated record.
Should walk in spinning two pistols and I don't know.
Pistols.
Well, a cowboy hat, That's what it makes me think of. Otto Wallin.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound like an old-timey
a cool
cowboy
name. Glad he's undefeated. He looks. I mean, he could beat me up probably, but what? Here's the thing. He's remarkably. I don't know about that. He's remarkably similar to me and Tom Schwartz, who Fury just blasted out in less than 2 rounds, which was like a gimme fight, right? Yeah. Okay, he just signed this big contract, Tyson Fury, for $100 bazillion with ESPN, and you get this gimme fight. I get it. But now why are you fighting Otto Wallin? There are way too many good heavyweights in the world today, in heavyweight boxing today, for the so-called lineal heavyweight champion of the world to be fighting people like Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin.
ESPN pushed that lineal,
Yeah, it makes the lineal boxing championship, which is a concept I do support, but you're making that lineal boxing championship seem like garbage. Because who are you fighting for? I don't understand this fight.
Here's my concern.
I'm troubled.
Yeah, here's my concern, okay?
And that's coming from me.
We've been big supporters of Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
And overcoming what he's overcome in his life.
That's a big thing.
My concern is that sometimes somebody comes back from something, rides the wave of their life, changing their life because coming out of a deep, dark depression from, is a big thing. It's no small thing. And then you come out of that and then you fight Deontay Wilder. I mean, he didn't immediately fight Wilder, but it culminates. Let's say it culminated. I don't believe this, but I wonder if he thinks it culminated in fighting Wilder, and he, basically rose from the dead in that fight after fighting a really great fight. I had my doubts.
Would have won the fight had he not been knocked down.
And then I wonder if, because it's really hard. And I would think that it's likely somebody who had suffered from depression probably also suffered from living in the scarcity model. And so you come out of that fight and then all of a sudden you're like, here I am at the top. I got to hold on because this doesn't last. And that's living in scarcity, to think that there's not enough out there of whatever it is that you want. There's not enough of it and you got to hold on to whatever you have. And so sometimes we see this with not just this. I'm making up stories, but we see it with other fighters too, who it's they work so hard when they're coming up, and then they reach a certain thing, and then it's they hardly ever fight. They take easy fights. They don't fight to win. They make these decisions, and you're gosh, this isn't what made you great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play devil's advocate. So
yeah.
Basically, what I think that Tyson Fury is definitely willing to fight the toughest, best, most dangerous heavyweights, but I don't think that ESPN and or Top Rank is willing to make those fights because they have such a heavy investment in Tyson Fury being the heavyweight champion, the lineal heavyweight champion, and winning fights. So my question is, because Tyson Fury, ultimately you're in charge of your career, does your co-promoter, Top Rank Promotions, do they really believe in you? And if so, why are you fighting guys like this? I don't want to take any away from Otto Wallin in his career. He's come up, he's young, he's undefeated, but he's done absolutely nothing in a boxing ring to deserve a chance at the lineal heavyweight boxing championship. If that's a real thing, then people should earn a chance to fight for that. There are way too many good heavyweights, and even a guy like Kubrat Pulev, who is also co-promoted by Top Rank. There are way too many heavyweight contenders in the world today that deserve a chance to fight for the championship, especially because we live in this world where we have to have 3 different people that can lay claim to being heavyweight champion of the world. And even with those 3 heavyweight champions, you have enough good contenders, good heavyweights right now for them to all have good opponents. Deontay Wilder is going to fight Luis Ortiz in a rematch. That's a good fight. Luis Ortiz definitely deserves that rematch. Andy Ruiz, the unified heavyweight champion, is going to rematch Anthony Joshua. That's a good fight. That's the perfect fight. What is Tyson Fury doing? You've just come off a year where you arguably had the most important comeback in boxing history, or at least since Muhammad Ali came back when his title was stripped for him way back a long time ago. So many people behind you, such a great story. Why are you ruining it this year? This year you're ruining it, in my opinion. I think it's just, I get the one fight. I didn't make anything about the Tom Schwartz fight. I thought it would make sense. It's happened in boxing. But doing it twice in a row makes me think that you're going to do it 3 times in a row. Are you going to do it 4 times in a row, Tyson? How many fights do you have to have against guys that are clearly second-tier heavyweights? Maybe even third-tier heavyweights. Tom Schwartz was a regional level fighter. Otto Wallin isn't anything more than that. He's not done anything to prove that he's more than that. Why are you taking this fight? It's ridiculous to me.
I think you make a good point about bringing up Top Rank and ESPN, and I would think out of the two, like, I don't think ESPN is necessarily, I have no reason to think that they're great in the business of matchmaking. Now, Top Rank should have enough, I mean, they should know, like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, you know that's why, I mentioned, because it's really Top Rank's job to, but that's why I mentioned ESPN, because Top Rank is great about bringing fighters along, getting them right opponents, but usually it's not this bad. It's not this bad usually.
Getting like a fight for your guy that also still is worthwhile to like the viewers. And these fights aren't, nobody wants to like watch blowouts, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and we love, like, separate from me being a boxing journalist, we love Tyson Fury, we love watching him fight, we love his story, but this is just egregiously bad in my opinion. To be, you know, maybe if you don't want to pretend to be the lineal heavyweight champion of the world, right? Because that is a pretend thing. It's something that we as fans made up in response to the sanctioning belt madness. Then I would stop promoting yourself as that if you're not going to actually defend it against somebody with a pulse. I shouldn't say with a pulse. I don't want to take anything away from Otto Wallin as a heavyweight because he deserves. Like
drive home. This is not an attack or a dig on Otto Wallin
or Tom
Schwartz, either one. Like, we respect what guys do when they get in the ring and they are building up their career, but we also can recognize that there are steps that you take to get title shots and to get different things.
Yeah.
And so that's all that we're saying. For all I know, like, you know, I mean, like, Tom Schwartz was a regional level, like, guy who won and was making his way. To be honest, I think unless, like, it's just, like, pure, I want to say luck, but just, like, it's, like, 1 in a million that this happens and then there's, like, this huge, like, upset.
Yeah. And don't compare this to Andy Ruiz. It is completely different. Andy Ruiz was a world-class heavyweight who had already challenged for a world title, who lost a split or majority, a close fight, in a fight that a lot of people thought he should have won. So this is a completely different thing. We're not talking about just being an underdog. Anthony Joshua was around minus 500 or something like that for odds makers. The odds that I've seen released on this upcoming fight with Tyson Fury versus Otto Wallin are minus 2,500. That's astronomical odds. You have to put down $2,500 on Tyson Fury to win $100. That's just a ridiculous. He's a ridiculous favorite in the fight, and he should be, and that's why this fight shouldn't exist.
And then the other thing I was going to say is that I think that it's a disservice to somebody like Tom Schwartz or Otto Wallin, because what happens is you are, you know, put in the ring too soon with somebody, and it either affects the way that you fight the rest of your career, or for the audience and promoters and everybody else, they kind of write you off. Because, I don't know, there almost needs to be a certain kind of mystery around you as you come up and people are like, oh, is this person as good as what we think?
Yeah.
And then you slowly build, and then that gives you a chance to get better and better in the ring. before like too soon. You know, like Wilder was flashy because of his athleticism, but his team did a great job of building him in fights because he had such a short or non-existent amateur career. That's what needed, like he needed that. Need people to take care of him. I think it's a disservice to people like Otto. I'm going to guess it's a disservice to Otto Wallin.
Yeah,
it's a disservice to
that's
Tom
a
Schwartz.
fair argument, I think. Another argument that is also true is that, hey, for Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin, what an awesome thing to be able to fight Tyson Fury for the Lineal Boxing Championship. I think if somebody offered me the chance to fight Tyson Fury tomorrow, I would be like, heck yeah, I'll fight that guy, because that's just an awesome thing.
Right, and I get, like, especially the fighter not turning it down. Like, this is why you have people around you that should be making, like, better and more important. If you know, they believe in you, then that's what they're going to do. I understand, like, boxing's a hard road to, like, you know, climb, and is that a thing? Climbing a road? You take paydays. You take paydays when they come. So, you know, you're not going to say no to a Tyson Fury payday. So, I don't know.
Disappointing. It's less disappointing that at least we have something to do over that weekend, like I said.
Popular weekend.
But also, it is nice to have boxing on. We will watch Tyson Fury fight. I would watch Tyson Fury fight a potato.
This better not be pay-per-view.
Oh, it's not. It's on ESPN. It's on like that.
Or is it on the app, which is kind
something
of
like that. Who cares?
A small pay-per-view.
But you know that we
don't charge you.
Not a dime.
These are free.
This costs us money, y'all.
It does.
It does. Opportunity costs.
I'm not working right now. I'm not doing paid work right now
writing
to do this.
About another story in boxing that I've approved. But I'm here talking to you because we like to hang out with you, our best boxing friends.
And you can show us support by sending us money if you want to support this.
Yeah.
But if you can't do that, then the least you can do is like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, don't you want to do at least the very least? We do that for you. We go above and beyond for you because we love you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being our best boxing friends. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and sometimes we'll cutely wave at you.